Today, we're going to dive deep into the powerful and, frankly, revolutionary mindset of Geraldo Rufino. He's a Brazilian entrepreneur who went from scavenging cans in a slum to building the largest trucked recycling empire in Latin America. And let me tell you, his philosophy on business, happiness, and success is unlike anything you've ever heard. He kicks things off with a statement that just makes you stop and think. He asks, what's the biggest lie you've ever been told about business and money? Just think about it for a second. What comes to mind? That it's all about who you know, that you need a mountain of capital? Well, for Rufino, the biggest lie was something way more fundamental.
The biggest lie? That making money is hard. Rufino believes the world conditions us to think it's supposed to be a struggle. Because you're poor, because of where you come from. But he chose to believe his mother instead, who told him he could do absolutely anything.
So how does a man who started with literally nothing justify a claim that bold? Well, that's what this is all about. We're going to break down the core principles of his philosophy, showing how he built his empire not with some complex strategies, but with simple, profound human truths. First things first, to really get the philosophy, you have to understand the man. His journey isn't just some rags to riches story. It's a testament to a mindset that was forged in the absolute toughest conditions imaginable. I mean, the scale of this journey is just staggering. On one hand, you have an 8-year-old kid working 12-hour days bagging charcoal. On the other, the founder of JR Diesel, the biggest company of its kind on the continent. This wasn't luck. It was a deliberate application of his principles, right from day one. You see, his entrepreneurial spirit wasn't something he discovered later in life. It was his reality from childhood. At an age when most kids are just playing, he was already learning the value of hard work and seeing opportunity where other people just saw trash. He figured out, in his words, that no poverty can withstand 16 hours of work. This brings us to his first and maybe his most famous core principle. It's a concept that big corporations are only just now starting to catch on to, that employee happiness isn't some extra perk, it's a primary driver of profit. At his company, JR Diesel, this means policies that put well-being first because he knows a secure employee is a productive employee. So he forces us to ask this fundamental question. Is creating a happy workplace an expense that eats into your bottom line, or is it the single best investment you can make in your company's future? For Rufino, the answer is crystal clear. And this isn't just some feel-good idea. It's actually backed by data. Research shows that a 10% improvement in the organizational climate, that feeling of happiness and engagement, can lead to a productivity boost of up to 40%. And that productivity, in turn, drives profit. A happy team is an effective team. Simple as that.
But why? This quote really gets to the heart of it. Rufino explains that when a person feels emotionally connected to their work, when they feel passionate and grateful, they stop acting like an employee and start acting like an owner. They bring an entrepreneurial spirit to their job every single day.
And that idea of emotional connection leads us directly to his next principle. Rufino argues that you can't build a happy company if you don't first understand the template for a happy family. He says the two are intrinsically linked. He has this incredible concept called table time. He believes the simple act of sitting down at a table with no distractions has a healing power. It heals physical, emotional, and spiritual health. It's where the real connection happens, whether that table is in your dining room or your boardroom. The crucial point here is balance. You bring the affection and care of a mother, creating a supportive environment, alongside the structure and discipline of a father, ensuring accountability. That combination creates an organization built on respect, humanity, and unity. Rufino sums it up perfectly here. A great company is simply the extension of a great family. You bring that same energy, that same happiness, and those same values with you. You haven't started a new life, you've just changed locations. So, if a company is like a family, how should the members of that family act? Well, that leads us to his next pillar, the owner's spirit. And this is where he completely deconstructs the modern myth of entrepreneurship. On one side, you've got the internet gurus screaming at you to quit your job, take a massive risk, and be your own boss. But Rufino, he calls that terrible advice. He argues that being an entrepreneur isn't about having a business registration number. It's a behavior. It's a mindset. The difference in mindset is just night and day. The employee mindset waits for orders. The owner's spirit takes initiative.
It doesn't just see problems, it finds solutions. It doesn't just use company resources, it protects them like they're its own. It's working for yourself inside someone else's company.
So, after building a massive company and achieving what most would call incredible success, what does Rufino see as the ultimate goal? His answer might really surprise you. He says that real success isn't a bank statement, it's a family photo. His definition of success is a picture taken late on a Sunday evening surrounded by his children and grandchildren, all of them happy, healthy, and together. Success, for him, requires succession. So the crucial takeaway from his entire philosophy is this. Your real assets aren't the things you own. Your real wealth is who you have around you. Your family, your team, your community. The rest of it, as he says, isn't really yours anyway. You can't take it with you. And that leaves us with one last powerful question to consider in our own lives. As you're chasing your goals, just take a moment and ask yourself, does your definition of success include a who, or is it only focused on a what? It's a question that might just change everything.